Dr. Kane, good to see you.
Good to see you as
been?
well. Great.
Good, good. So tell me how you're feeling tonight after getting the recognized by NCBW.
So tonight was a phenomenal program. We began this journey with NCBW about 6 months ago. We had a great meeting with President Harris and talked about sponsoring this great organization. And at the end of that meeting, we were ready to sign up. We're at a point in history in our organization where we want to diversify our hiring pipeline, and we see NCBW as a great partner to help us accomplish that goal. So a part of our sponsorship is not just to provide financial assistance to NCBW, but we actually want to form a partnership where we can hire more women of color at the CIA.
And that's great because NCBW is really big when it comes to diversity, recruitment, and outreach, and you're the chief of that at the CIA. So can you talk about that a little more as
Sure.
it relates to what NCBW is doing out in the communities?
Yeah, so I spearhead a division at the agency, and we have responsibility for collaborating with all minority groups, African Americans, the LGBT community, the Asian American community, Hispanics, veterans, persons with disabilities, and Native Americans. And my job is to make sure that our organization reflects the diversity of America. We have made progress over the years. We're not where we want to be, but we've certainly made some progress over the last several years. I'm actually a product of our diversity efforts. I'm an alum of 2 historically black colleges and universities, and I was recruited out of Southern University in Baton Rouge, and then got my grad degree at Howard University. And relationships with HBCUs and other minority-led organizations is a real passion of mine, because I see and I know the difference that these organizations can make when it comes to producing phenomenal talent. So that's why I'm here at the Biennial conference.
Right, and you just talked about HBCUs and the type of talent, if you will, that comes out of HBCUs, and specifically, I'm going to talk about the women. Yes, you know, I went to school with Kamala Harris, and so you've got a lot of prominent women that went to HBCUs that are filtering out in corporate America, and they're filling those key roles and positions. Can you agree to that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was alluded to tonight that there are so many African American women doing great things behind the scenes. Man, we see the Kamala Harrises, you know, we see President Harris out in the forefront, but there are so many African American women behind the scenes who are doing great things and making major contributions. And again, part of my challenge leading our diversity efforts is to try to find some of those women who might not be making the headlines, but are very strong students, very strong leaders, and have the capability, capacity, and desire to serve our nation. We are charged with protecting our nation's national security, and we want to make sure that everyone who wants to has an opportunity to serve in our agency. We recognize that having diverse teams makes the team better, because the last thing we want to do is have a homogeneous team, which increases the likelihood of an intelligence failure, because it leads to groupthink. When everybody's the same, when everybody thinks the same, you run into a problem of groupthink, which again could lead to an intelligence failure. So there's a real purpose behind why we want diverse talent at our organization.